Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back. In lecture 1 and 2 of signals and systems, we defined signals, we have defined system, and also we classified signals, right? We had totally 5 classification. Now, in this video, we will look into these signals in detail. Uh, I will take first even and odd signals. Okay. Before we look into more on even and odd signals, we shall try to refresh what we discussed on this classification in the previous video. Okay, so what is an even signal? An even signal, a signal is said to be even if a condition is there which needs to be satisfied, right? What was the condition? X of minus t is equal to x of t, right? If the signal is even, this condition has to satisfy. If this is for continuous time signal, right? And what about for discrete time signal? X of minus n is equal to x of n. This is for discrete time signal. So similarly, what is the condition for an odd signal? A signal is said to be odd if it satisfies the condition x of minus t is equal to minus x of t, right? Amplitude in the negative side of t should be negative of the amplitude in the positive side of t, right? This is for continuous time signal, and x of minus n is equal to minus x of n, and this is for discrete times. Okay, and also we said that the signal x of t can be any signal x of t can be represented in terms of its even and odd component as x e of t plus x o of t, right? Any arbitrary signal x of t can be represented by sum of its even and odd component, and this holds good for discrete time also. X of n is equal to x e of n plus x o of n, right? And also we said that if the signal is an odd signal, its amplitude is 0 at time t is equal to 0. Okay, and similarly for discrete time, x of n is equal to 0 at n equal to 0. This holds good if the signal is odd, right? Now we shall continue with this even and odd signal. We shall discuss few concepts on even and odd component of the signal. Okay, now, so very first thing we'll do is we are going to derive equation to find even and odd component of a signal x of t. This is the continuous time signal. So given a signal x of t, so you should be able to get its even and odd component. To get its even and odd components, we need an equation, right? So we shall try to derive an equation to find even and odd component of a signal x of t. Proof. So what is the condition for a signal to be even? It is x of minus t is equal to x of t, right? Amplitude in the negative side of t should be same as the amplitude in the positive side of t, right? Now what I will do, instead of calling it as x of minus t and x of t, I will call it as x e of minus t is equal to x e of t. So I can do this. Why? Because this is an even signal, right? So it's a condition for an even signal, right? This is the condition for signal to be even. This is the condition for a signal to be even, right? So since it's a even condition, okay, so I'll call it as equation 1. So similarly condition for a signal for a signal to be odd is what? What is the condition for a signal to be odd? It is the amplitude at the negative side of t should be negative of the amplitude in the positive side of t, right? And since it's a condition for odd signal, instead of writing x of minus t and x of minus x of t, I'll call it as xo of minus t is equal to minus of xo of t, where o stands for odd and here e stands for even. Why I did like this? Because I can do it because it's a odd condition. This is the condition for the signal to be odd, right? So I'll call this as equation number 2. Okay. So also any arbitrary signal, any arbitrary signal x of t can be represented by sum of its even component xe of t and odd component xo of t, right? It's an arbitrary signal. Any arbitrary signal can be represented by its sum of even and odd component, right? Where xe of t is the even component of the signal x of t, xo of t is the odd component of the signal xo of t. Now what I'll do, I'll replace t by minus t in the above equation. So wherever t is there, I'm going to replace it by minus t. So what do I get? I get x of minus t is equal to xe of minus t plus xo of minus t, right? So what we had, x of t is equal to xe of t plus xo of t. Since I am replacing t by minus t, so I end up with x of minus t is equal to xe of minus t plus xo of minus t. Okay. Now what is this? Since it's an even signal, what is xe of minus t? What is xe of minus t? Xe of minus t is xe of t. This is from 1, right? Similarly, what is xo of minus t? Xo of minus t is minus xo of t. This is from equation 2. So what I'll do, instead of writing xe of minus t, I'll write it as xe of t. This is from equation 1. Instead of writing xo of minus t, I'll write it as minus of xo of t, and this is from equation 2. Okay. So what do I end up? X of minus t is equal to xe of t plus into minus it is xo of t. Okay. Now I will call this as equation 3. I'll call this as equation 4. Okay. Now, so adding equation 3 and 4, that is equation 3 plus equation 4, comma, so we get what was equation 3? Equation 3 was, let me write it here. Let me write equation 3. So equation 3 is what? X of t is equal to xe of t plus xo of t, right? So this was our equation 3. If I add equation 3 and equation 4, what do I have? X of t plus x of minus t in the left hand side, x of t plus x of minus t in the left hand side is equal to xe of t plus xe of t, right? 2 times xe of t. Next, xo of t plus xo of t minus xo of t cancels out, so it is 0, right? So therefore, what do I get? xe of t, I'll retain xe of t and I'll take this 2 to the other side, so 1 by 2 times x of t plus x of minus t. So this is the equation to find even component of a signal. So given a signal x of t, how do you find its even component? You get x of minus t, you add x of t with x of minus t and divide it by 2, you end up with its even component. Okay. Now subtracting, that is equation 3 minus equation 4. Okay, I'll subtract equation 3 with equation 4. Okay, so what do I get? X of t minus x of minus t in the left hand side, x of t minus x of minus t in the left hand side is equal to, right hand side is what, plus x of t minus, so x plus x e of t minus x e of t cancels out, so plus x o of t minus into minus plus x o of t, it is 2 times x o of t. Now if I solve for x o of t, x o of t is equal to 1 by 2 times x of t plus x of minus t, sorry minus, it is minus here, minus x of minus t. So this is the equation to find odd component of a signal. Okay, so therefore to get even component, what is the equation? X e of t is equal to 1 by 2 times x of t plus x of minus t. What is the equation to find odd component of a signal? X o of t is equal to 1 by 2 times x of t minus x of minus t. Now deriving equation to find even and odd component of a discrete time signal x of n. This is same as what we did for continuous time. What is the condition for a signal to be even? X of minus n is equal to x of n. So I can write it as x e of minus n is equal to x e of n, right? Similarly, this is for even, right? And for odd, x of minus n, amplitude in the negative side of n is equal to negative of the amplitude in the positive side of n. I can call it as x o of minus n is equal to minus of x o of n, right? Because it's a condition for odd signal. Now also any arbitrary signal x of n can be represented by its sum of even component x e of n plus odd component x o of n, where x e of n and x o of n are even and odd component of the signal x of n respectively. So replace n by minus n. What do we get? X of minus n is equal to x e of minus n plus x o of minus n. But what is x e of minus n? It is x e of n. From this condition, what is x o of minus n? It is minus x o of n from this condition, right? So what do we get? X of minus n is equal to x e of n minus x o of n, right? So let me call this as equation 1 and let me call this as equation 2. So equation 1 plus equation 2 end up with x of n plus x of minus n is equal to, so left hand side added and right hand side 2 times x e of n and x o of n plus minus cancels out. So therefore x e of n is equal to what? 1 by 2 times x of n plus x of minus n, right? So equation 1 minus equation 2 leads to x of n minus x of minus n. So x of n minus x of minus n is equal to x e of n minus x e of n cancels out, plus x o of n minus into minus plus x o of n is 2 times x o of n. If I solve for x o of n, x o of n is equal to 1 by 2 times x of n minus x of minus n. So this is the equation to find odd component of a discrete time signal. Now we shall try to prove few standard results on even and odd signals. So first thing is, show that product of even and odd signal is an odd signal. So I have to show that an even and odd signal, when I multiply it, so it will result in an odd signal. Okay, so proof let x1 of t is an even signal and x2 of t is odd signal. Okay, also so y of t is equal to x1 of t into x2 of t. So what I did, I have an even signal x1 of t, I have an odd signal x2 of t. So product of even and odd signal, I called it in the left hand side as y of t. Okay, y of t is equal to, so before that, so put or replace t plus t by minus t. In the above equation, wherever t is there, I will replace it by minus t. So what do I get? Y of minus t is equal to x1 of minus t into x2 of minus t. Okay, so y of minus t is equal to what is x1 of t? X1 of t is a even signal. So what is the condition for an even signal? X1 of minus t is equal to what? X1 of t, right? So into what is x2 of t? X2 of t is a odd signal. What is the condition for an x2 of t? X2 of minus t is equal to what? Minus of x2 of t, right? Correct, no? So y therefore y of minus t is equal to minus of what is x1 of t into x2 of t? X1 of t into x2 of t is y of t, right? So what is this condition? This is the condition for a signal to be odd, right? So I end up with one even and odd signal. Okay, the product of these two is actually y of minus t is equal to what? Minus y of t. So this is the condition for an odd signal. So therefore, the product of one even and odd signal is actually a odd signal. So similarly, I have to show that the product of two odd signal is an even signal. Okay, so proof let x1 of t and x2 of t are odd signal. Okay, so also y of t is equal to what? X1 of t into x2 of t, the product of odd and odd, right? So replace t by minus t. So what do I get? Y of minus t is equal to x1 of minus t into x2 of minus t, right? So y of minus t is equal to what is an x1 of t and what is x1 of t? It's an odd signal. What is the condition for a signal to be odd? X1 of minus t is equal to minus of x1 of t. What is the signal for a what is the condition for a signal to be odd? Again, it is minus of into minus of x2 of t. So this is equal to minus into minus plus. I get x1 of t into x2 of t. What is the left hand side? Y of minus t. But what is x1 of t into x2 of t? It is y of t, right? So y of minus t is equal to y of t. And what is this condition? This condition is for even signal, right? So therefore, product of two odd signal results in a even signal. Fine. Now show that product of two even signal is an even signal. Okay. So same thing. So let x1 of t and proof, right? Proof. Let x1 of t and x2 of t be two even signals. Also y of t is equal to x1 of t into x2 of t, right? So replace t by minus t. So what do I get? Y of minus t is equal to x1 of minus t into x2 of minus t. So y of minus t is equal to, since it's an even signal, x1 of minus t is x1 of t and x2 of t, x2 is also even signal, x2 of minus t is also x2 of t. So y of minus t is equal to what is x1 of t and x2 of t? It is y of t, right? Y of t. So this condition is for even signal. So therefore, product of two even signal will result in even.